I was getting
You
into it.
can redo the intro, Phoenix. Woo!
All right, we're live. Hey, everybody, welcome back to some more Mario Kart Double Dash. Today we have a fun matchup between Baseball Kid and UltimArkh. Um, for those of you who aren't familiar with the players, Baseball Kid is rank 8 and UltimArkh is rank 19. So definitely some high level gameplay coming out here. And with me commentating is Optimistic Emo.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And yeah, I'm excited to dive into this. Last time they played, it was a very close, very exciting match, and hopefully we get something similar today.
Honestly, yeah, last time it was both. It went to final game 6-6. So yeah, both of these players can and will perform really well today, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for
stay
sure.
tuned for that.
I know they've both been kind of busy, so and which is why they've kind of struggled to schedule these matches. But um, so I don't think they've played too much between the races. But I don't know. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes you can just put it all on the one tries, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But we're finally off, and these both of these people tied up right here right now. 0.4 versus a 0.6 difference. Not the biggest difference so far, which is good for both of these players.
Yeah, Ark definitely
Shroom's
still
coming
in this
out.
race.
Oh yeah, and especially after that Shroom, I think that gained him a little bit of time there, but not enough to make up for the time difference from the opener. Oh, but that is gonna make the difference.
Oh man.
Baseball hitting the Goomba and then going into the grass afterwards, setting him behind 1 second. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Ark's or baseball is gonna kind of need something drastic here to catch up. The lap 3 Goombas can be difficult, so I think that's the kind of the thing that'll really decide the match. If Ark can get through those Goombas cleanly, he should have this in the bag. Here it
yeah,
comes.
he's coming. Yeah, he goes through them, weaves between them, and races those MTs out to get a 129.0 versus a 0.9. Oh damn. Well, that's the first game, and actually it was pretty close up until the Goomba hit.
Yeah, actually, similar openers.
Yeah, usually it costs around 0.7, so I mean that would have definitely like made it much closer. And then plus he went to the grass afterwards. But let's see where they go to next.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like baseball will probably end up picking. Um, I don't know, maybe another one of Ark's picks. He tends to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Baseball seems to just kind of pick whatever feels good. I don't know if there's too much planning going on with it, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, looking for the Wario Coliseum pick, he says.
Oh. That is a wild pick indeed. Because last time they ended up picking that one like very close to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe baseball trying to catch Arc by surprise by because of the R tech.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's something you gotta warm up. Not that I would know, but just feels like it is.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't even think we mentioned the bands here. Baseball Kid banned Bowser's Castle, while UltimArkh banned Baby Park. Sorry, we had some audio issues at the beginning of the stream, so. Alright, and they're off on the second pick. So yeah, last time these guys played, for any of you who saw, they really kind of just traded points throughout both sets that they played. Baseball was able to get the better of Ark and win the match, which means that if Baseball wins this match, he will be moving on to Smash and Splash. However, if Ark wins this match, the players will play again to see who goes to Smash and Splash. So could really go either way, and I'm hoping to see another close one.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like
Yeah, it would definitely be
baseball's.
cool for both the people to just pull it out and see how far they can go.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh yeah. I love seeing the close matches. Kind of why I'm low key rooting for Ark, I guess,
Yeah.
in this match. I want to see a third one. But okay, on to lap 2. Baseball's strat of trying to catch Ark by surprise the Arctic seemed to have paid off a little bit. Baseball did get the better of the spiral there on the first
Yeah,
lap, but it's really
it
gonna matter with
wasn't
these
by
shrooms.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of their art tech was looking really sketchy, but this time
Oh.
around it actually looked really good for both players. But once
Yeah.
again, just barely tied. Uh, I don't know. I mean, it's if whoever gets the better art tech in this section, maybe. I mean,
Oh yeah.
that one's
Both
for
low
Arc
down.
right there.
Yeah. Still looking pretty close though. He's in
Oh
this
man.
race. It's not lost, and we're actually coming towards the second half of this track. Oh, baseball holding an MT. That's going to cost him. May make the difference when you're this close to the end.
Oh, smooth A comes out. Baseball's actually going much closer, but he drops an MT. So Arc takes the lead for a little bit, and he's able to clutch it out. Yeah.
Woo! Getting a top 5 time to boot. Or is that a 6 years PR? No,
No.
no, top 5.
Nah. Close.
I forgot the actual characters are like cheering if it's a PR. But Diddy and Koopa just kind of chilling, so no PR. It's actually another point for Ark, and it's kind of rare to see these players get more than a point away from each other. So let's see if Ark can keep this momentum up, or if baseball will, warm up more and get back on his game. Because we did see a little bit of that the last time they played, as it took baseball a few games to really get up to speed. But once he was up to speed, he was a big challenge for Ark.
Yeah, it's very true actually. Towards like the first half of the first set, baseball was dropping in lots of MTs and going wides in places he really shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he'll start picking it up soon.
Yep. Unfortunately, Mushroom Bridge, even though it really shouldn't be, it is one of those tracks where lots of mistakes are made. It is such a simple track, but I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just because it's like decently optimized for everyone who's on it. So they try to go as tight as they can, get really close to these cars and end up hitting them or dropping an MT on the wall. So there's a lot that can go wrong, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say like there's just so much time that you can lose if you do drop an MT. I think that's like the main decider most of the time. In baseball, going really close to that car. I don't know if you saw that truck.
Yeah. Oh no! It actually hits the third lap truck.
Nice recovery, Shroom. And it's gonna put them really close, but with Arc with a slight lead.
Yeah, still close though. Oh my gosh. Baseball did get
Yeah.
better the second lap. Oh man, this last straightaway is definitely gonna be the decider.
Man.
Ark still got the advantage. One dropped MT could lose him this win. Let's see. Oh man, and Ark
Arc
takes
taking
it.
it again.
Nice. Was able to hold it together. Yeah, that truck hit. Still a low 20. Not so bad with the truck hit actually. Obviously not the time he wanted, but he seemed to play pretty well outside of that truck hit. So. And yeah, I feel like this is the first time in the playoffs that we've seen the players get 3 points away from each other. I know
Yeah.
last match they got 2 a couple times, but 3? What's going on?
This is unheard of.
And
It's
now,
never happened in the history of Double Dash.
yeah. Now we're on to Yoshi.
All right, so I'm betting both of them will go for YOLO.
I think so too. Question is, will they do it lap 1? Last time they kind of gentlemen's to it, but they didn't really say. You see what happens. Oh, Art going for it and getting it.
What?
Wow. Lap 1 YOLO. Well done.
I'm so surprised too because baseball went around. Like that.
Yeah.
That's like the non-baseball thing to do.
Hey, I don't know, man. You get 3 points down. You get a little spooked, But oh man, on Ark actually.
Yeah.
A lot of time with that corner. Baseball basically caught up, negating that lead that he got from the Shroomless. But I guess if he didn't do it, he'd be behind right now. So still good thing he went for it.
Yeah.
Oh no! But
baseball. Oh my god, that's like That's the worst mistake you can ever do.
Yeah. Oh,
Right
but
before the shroomless too.
so sad. He got the shroom.
Alright, let's see. Tunnel strat?
Yeah, I don't know. He might just
Nah.
go for it. Oh, that's a shame. He playing it safe, going around instead of doing the shroomless jump on the first lap, and still lost his shrooms just before that second lap shroom spot, which is huge on Yoshi. Those shrooms are extremely critical to get off,
Oh yeah.
and Ark just pulling so far ahead with the shrooms, as if the fall wasn't enough. So yeah, looks like we will be seeing the 4-0 even. Baseball better get it together.
Yeah, he's just he's gonna go get like a warm blanket or something. Just wrap his hands around that maybe.
Yeah, he needs to warm up. It's funny though, because Ark is still making these kind of mechanical errors and definitely losing time to it. 144 is definitely something that baseball could beat, but baseball is just making these big mistakes. Like, he was kind of ahead of Ark before the truck hit in Mushroom Bridge, and was even catching up on him before he fell off in Yoshi. So I think he really just needs to avoid those big mistakes, and if he makes it through 3 laps without anything drastic, he should win. And otherwise, the races have been very close. So.
No, yeah, I mean, baseball definitely had the lead going into that second lap as well, and with the shrooms to boot. But just that's like honestly the worst thing that can happen. It's such a devastating like loss of shrooms right before the first shroom cut, and then just losing them all right there. Oh man.
Yeah. And on to Sherbetland. Unfortunately, a track that baseball did not play super well on last match, even going so far as to banning it in the second set. So probably not happy to be here, but we'll see. Like I said, he's just got to avoid falling into that pond, hitting those shy guys like he did last time. If he can avoid that, I'm confident he can get some wins over Ark.
Yeah, and then the main difference here between the players, I think Ark doesn't do as much ATEC in the ice sections as most people do. I think he'll go sideways here, but I'm not very sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the first ice section, he'll just opt to like not use ATEC at all, or very briefly.
Right. Yeah, and unfortunately, baseball had quite a few dropped MTs right at the start there, so it's going to put him a bit behind, but he can definitely come back from this, and shrooms will make a huge... Oh! Baseball going for the second lap shrooms despite his opener. This might make these shy guys a little tricky for him. I guess we'll see.
Oh, yeah,
Hopefully
I think they should be in the way here.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So yeah, Ark still has those shrooms though. We'll really see how close they are after Ark throws them out. Saves about a full second or more, actually.
Oh man.
Oh, and pretty nice ones. Oh my gosh, it looks pretty close, but I
Neck
think...
and neck.
Oh, I can't tell. Oh no,
but Ark
getting air. There you have it. Whew. Yeah, that's a big mistake. There's a reason they call that last ice section the pinball machine. It's very easy to just, nick a corner and get shot up in the air. So, well done, baseball. Like I said, just got to keep it together, man. Look at that, points on the board.
There you go. That's what he wanted. Now he's feeling more comfortable. I told you, he got that blanket, maybe a hot cocoa. Now he's off to the Great Volcano, the big mountain, for DKM.
Yeah, and baseball should feel at home here. It's kind of one of his favorite tracks. Unfortunately, a track that he has not beat Ark over in the playoffs, but I don't know.
But he did manage to secure those style points, though. I mean,
oh yeah.
we got to bring that up.
Yeah, so basically there are these boulders that can be a little tricky to avoid. Sometimes you actually, it's better to like slow down than hit them, because if you hit them, you actually do like the full backflip and lose your shrooms and all that. Oh, baseball's got a weird setup for the skip.
Oh, he stopped right before it too.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, do not send that. So yeah, that was definitely a time loss, but he almost lost his shrooms by you know, throwing himself out into that pit. So that was a good call. But yeah, anyway, with these boulders, I had actually never seen it before, but the last time these two played, baseball actually just threaded his cart in between the small boulder and the big boulder. And he said he'll do it again today, but I do not believe him. I mean, that's like, it's like a task strat. Like, I don't know how he did that. Much cleaner skip coming out from baseball this time, getting that A-less MT afterwards.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that's another difference between Ark and baseball here. I think Ark doesn't do those MTs, but baseball, you know, proven that he's a master at this course, even though his opener didn't show it.
Yeah, he's definitely quite a bit behind. I really think this last skip, maybe even the last bridge, could make the big difference here. But we'll see what happens.
Oh,
Baseball,
rocks going out. Barely dodging them for Ark.
Oh man, and
Gets
baseball
the cut
really just
cleanly.
getting so much faster on that skip, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. Oh man. Oh well.
Yeah, it would have been really tough for baseball to come back at that with that much of the track remaining, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, he was catching up to him by a lot. Like I think on the last shortcut there, he made up like a full second over Ark.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Ark taking it to 5 points actually. Throwing the pick back to baseball. Yeah, and for those of you who aren't familiar with the format, the loser actually does pick. So baseball has been picking most of the tracks. But which he will again right now. And yeah, I don't know. Ark's just really doing a good job of avoiding those big mistakes. You know, like we said, even though baseball literally came to a full stop, backed up, and went over, was still almost able to make up all that time loss by lap 3. Unfortunately, he fell, but it just goes to show that baseball is the high caliber player, but Ark is playing more consistently right now, which is a huge deal in time trials, one tries.
Yeah, it's just all these big mistakes that are just catching up to baseball, and like like you said, I mean, like the lap 1 shortcut. I mean, if that wasn't a thing, you know, it could have been a different story. But who knows?
Yeah.
He also did fail on lap 3, so.
Yeah, that didn't help. But it was just crazy to see because, like, I would watch Ark do the shortcut, and then since baseball was behind, I'd immediately switch to baseball, and it was like night and day. I mean, baseball was saving well over 0.5 with those shortcuts.
Yeah, if you go closer on the inside of that U-turn, there's like a small bump that you can get, and will like turn your cart more, but it's more dangerous to go for the shortcut. So it's kind of like a balance. Should you go for that or just play it safe for that shortcut, you know? But baseball, no slouch. Always going for it.
Ooh, cutting it close to that death zone there. I was scared for a moment. Oh, baseball! Okay, alright. Decent recovery. Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm hitting the pokey.
On lap 1, no less. That's a shame.
Yeah. I mean, this is still recoverable, though. I mean, Dry is such a long track, and there's so many small little time stays everywhere that I think baseball can still manage to bring this one closer at the very least.
Yeah, definitely possible, especially with these, the shroom spot can actually end up saving quite a bit of time, and I think baseball actually might have gotten the better of that shroom spot. Oh, man, but hitting the pokey right after again. Will he go for 3 out of 3 pokey hits?
It's kind of looking like it. At least they've gotten a pillarless so far, you know.
Pillarless and double dash pog.
Ooh, Ark actually going really tight along that the no shroom pit.
Yeah,
it's actually really hard to do that.
So far, so good. And like I said, just Nothing really slowing him down or coming to a full stop. Oh, baseball doing some interesting A-list MTs. He drops both of them. Luckily, it didn't matter, but I would have hated to see that if he was ahead. And Ark actually taking it to match point or set point.
Man, it's kind of crazy. Ark has been playing like out of his mind. Honestly, he's hasn't dropped that many. Like he hasn't made that many big mistakes. It's all been like very minor ones. So it's kind of crazy to see Ark playing this well right now.
I know, just with how close it was before. And keep in mind, after this set is finished, you know, it is best of 13, so first to 7 will take the set. They'll actually play another set. It is a best of 3 sets. So baseball will have a chance to bring this match back. Yeah, hopefully he kind of gets back in the swing of things. And that kind of is a nice thing about the best of 3 sets is you kind of just have like a mental refresher and, you know, chill out and kind of get a clean slate when the score goes back to 0-0. Oh, baseball getting stuck on the
no.
the stairs. Common place to get
so
stuck.
detrimental.
Yeah. Man, I really just want to see baseball pop off because outside of these just like full stops or falls, he's like playing. He's, you know, gaining time on Arc just about every turn, every MT.
Yeah, I mean that time difference right there, the 2.8 or whatever it was. I mean that was all just from the stuckage that he got.
Yep.
It's just sad to see. I mean, and now you know this time around he actually gets the sexy stairs.
Yeah, and that can be a huge time save if your opponent doesn't get them. Arc
Actually,
did pretty well for himself though.
baseball is looking like he's still in this.
Yeah, actually, even after the full stuckage, I mean, he's doing all those extra MTs, the one before the shroom, the one leaving the kitchen, so every little bit counts here.
He made a 0.7 in that lap right there.
Yeah.
Let's see if he gets sexy stairs again. He definitely needs it. He does get it. Oh man.
Go baseball, go, go, go.
Oh, no tables here.
He's run out of track here.
Yeah.
And Arc actually holding his own. I think he might be good to the finish line, yeah. And there you have it. 139.1. Pretty good time in one try. Baseball definitely capable of much better there. I mean, he got a 137 the last time they faced, but fortunately getting stuck on those stairs is just not something you can recover from easily. But you know, it was a solid effort, and Arc's going to take the first set with that. So both of these boys going to be reset to 0 points. They'll be able to repick the tracks that have been played and switch their bands actually if they want. But it looks like they're sticking with their bands. Baseball with Bowser's Castle and Arc with Baby Park.
Yeah, not surprised there, honestly. Baseball definitely hates his Bowser's Castle.
Yeah.
At least in one tries.
And actually, yeah, getting that win on Sherbertland. Last time he switched his band to Sherbertland, but perhaps he's feeling more comfy on it. So, yeah, he went from winning Sherbertland he went from banning Sherbertland to having it be his only win.
Alright, I'm gonna step down from the commentator seat and let Razor and Koopa join. So,
switcheroo.
I'm off. Later, guys.
Bye, thanks, Emo.
Good evening, Phoenix. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing quite well. That was quite a first set.
Yeah, I was surprised to see it. You know, these guys were so close the last time they played, and now Arc seems to be running away with it. So I'm just really hoping baseball can kind of get his mental game in check and, you know, get warm up to his skill level.
Hoping so too. Yeah. First time these guys play, I think it went 7-6, 7-6, right?
Yep, that's correct. Baseball barely getting the better of Arc.
But he can show his stuff if he gets past the minor mistakes. But starting off on Mario Circuit, I see.
Yep, no surprise. Did that the first set. Oh man, baseball missing the start boost. Unfortunate. Not a very common mistake, but hey, it happens.
Thankfully, it doesn't cost too much, but that can rattle a player if you're not careful. Just gets in your head like, oh man.
Right.
Got a
I
little
suppose
sloppy there.
it's not bad as bad as like a full stop, but yeah, it can definitely make the difference as we've seen how close these races get. And actually, baseball really holding his own despite that missed start boost. And yeah, there you have it, getting the better of the openers. Doesn't need a start boost.
About 0.3 difference. That grass there, though, might tie this up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is not a
More
good
grass.
shroom exit by baseball.
Yeah, Ark staying in the lead, and that's just kind of been the mantra of this this match so far. Is baseball gains time, and then loses it all in one spot, and then continues to gain over Ark. So he really just needs to avoid these mistakes, and he will be on fire, I'm sure. But definitely still in this race. One more lap to go. Oh, going to the right of the tree, not optimal, but
A little bit of a better shroom, but man, he's just having to hold the MT there. Just the lines aren't there right now.
yeah, it looks like Ark is actually running away with this first pick, assuming he can avoid this third lap. Goomba,
Oh, there's a
actually Ark
Goomba!
hits it.
Oh,
Oh my
baseball
gosh, and
falling
baseball
right
hits
up.
it too.
No.
Oh man.
No. Baseball knows he's dead.
Yeah, given a
Backwards
second
finish.
chance, unfortunately wasn't able to take advantage of it. Ah, dang, that would have been really close. I definitely think baseball could have taken that because Goomba hits cost a fair amount. But yeah,
Well, he'll get next pick. Seems to be the theme in the first set. I think. Do you think he'll rethink his track ordering on this second set, or is he just going to go for it? Whatever feels right.
normally baseball just kind of goes for whatever. But then again, I did see him waver. He did not go for YOLO on Yoshi Circuit. So I don't know where Jacob's head is at. Jacob being baseball, sorry. But
Picking a safe track here. These, Luigi Circuit, Peach Beach, those seem to favor baseball, so it does not surprise me to see the early reach here for Mushroom Cup. He's really got to get a win on it early in this set.
yeah, it can definitely affect just how you play mentally. You kind of have a lot of pressure to get points on the board, and even Ark only getting the 1
missing
point.
the
Oh no,
boost.
missing the zipper.
Yeah, that is probably one of the biggest mistakes you can make on this course. Is just going left to that zipper there.
Right.
Surprisingly, it's actually still within 0.3. So, again, he raced a better lap, just had a massive mistake.
Yeah, definitely worse mistakes to make, actually. I mean, obviously that's up there, but Ark's driving wasn't stellar as either, so. And actually, yeah, baseball basically already made up that time.
Pretty good shroom.
Oh man,
yeah.
There you have it. There's the time save that baseball was looking for.
Gained about half a second on that, so he has a very slight lead. Just have to make sure there's very clean final lap, and he'll be able to take this one down. Good so far from both players.
All right, coming up to the final shroom, both of them able to avoid the grass on the last straight.
Oh, this is close.
And there you have it.
Baseball still has it, though.
Yeah, there you go, man. Good stuff, baseball. He just needs to keep it together. 2 quick sub 25 one shroomers to pull ahead of Ark, and like I said, he avoids those huge mistakes and he's golden. I mean, but that's got to feel good. First time they've been tied in this match, and throwing the pick back to UltimArkh, who picks Sherbetland.
Of course. I think this course got banned in the first match. There was a lot of falling into the lake, if I recall.
Yeah, from baseball side. Actually, luckily, last set that Emo was commentating, baseball actually, this was the only track that he won on Ark because it was a 7-1. So I think he's feeling a little more comfortable on it. Ark actually played pretty okay outside of a huge, airtime in the last section of baseball, just dropping MTs basically in the identical spots as the first time they played.
Interesting. Especially since this was Ark's pick. So if baseball had taken, the first race in the first set, I'm curious why he would reach for that. Oh no, a little air there.
Yep,
Good
and that's the
recovery.
air that got him last time. Baseball looking a little shaky too, but perhaps staying in the lead here. Oh, avoiding the shy guys. Oh no, we're gonna get the one into the stuckage.
Yeah, just quite couldn't recover the line. Oh, that's a very costly mistake.
Oh yeah, and
This might set him
right
up for bad cycles on lap 3. I don't know. Timing's gonna be tight.
Yeah, it's hard to tell when you come off of a full stuckage. For me, when you get to a full stop, it's kind of up in the air where the shy guys will be.
Yeah, bad cycle.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep. There's not much you can do about that. That shy guy's just right in your way. That's why it's so important on this course to make sure you're on your normal path. Looks like Ark's gonna take this one down.
Mm-hmm. His pick paying off, the 116.4. Not the ideal time for Ark, and definitely, within baseball's range of winning, but just, went a little wild avoiding those shy guys lap 2 and ended up pinballing into the ice cave, which is the biggest mistake. But back to baseball's pick, and this is the set that I expected more. Oh, Peach Beach, here we go. I was waiting for this to get picked first.
He is definitely going Mushroom Cup. I think he realizes the danger of, falling behind early. So probably the smart pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this track is pretty simple, but to get really tight lines, and as I say that, baseball's already in the grass. It's a bit more of an art than a science, I feel, because you really want to go for it at this kind of caliber. Oh, Ark getting in some grass there too.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've seen baseball recover from grass as well, because this is one of those tracks where baseball's just faster MTs is saving him so much time. I mean, we've seen him come back from like huge deficits, even in just one lap, and despite having a huge amount of grass there, is already back in the lead by quite a bit. And oh my gosh, saving time at every corner.
See, look how close he is around that final U-turn. That's the caliber of a really good player there, because that's not easy to do.
Yeah, oh my gosh, saving a huge amount of time on that second lap. And I honestly, you can just see it with their MTs. Ark is a 50 hertz player. He started with 50 hertz, and I think that's kind of affected his MT speed. Oh, baseball getting grass, but staying ahead. Looks like he's going to be good to the finish line. That was spooky.
This will be close, yeah. Okay, no problem. That was certainly spooky. But baseball able to take this one down. The nerves are still there, though. I'd say he got borderline lucky. If Ark didn't make a mistake, he very well could have lost that map.
Yeah, 1094 is definitely within Ark's range of beating, but I don't know, man. Just honestly, that second lap was just huge for baseball. I mean, that was kind of all he needed, even though that third lap and first lap, he kind of made big mistakes. But that second lap, I mean, how much time did he save? Like,
that was great.
0.6, 0.5, I don't remember, but
I didn't catch the splits.
And tying it back up again.
Showing he's fighting. DK Mountain. Oh yeah, this is definitely an Ark pick. Baseball's taken that spill into the gap far too many times when these guys play.
Yeah, but I tell you, another one, just like Peach Beach, another one of those tracks. I mean, this goes for all tracks. Baseball is the higher ranked player and is definitely gaining time over Ark every chance he can. But I think picking these risky tracks has been paying off for Ark so far. I don't think baseball has actually gotten a win over Ark on DKM yet in the playoffs here, but definitely possible. And neither player's streaming.
I want to see him thread the boulders.
Yeah, he said he would. I'm sure if he gets the opportunity to, he'll go for it, just because baseball is crazy like that, but we'll see what happens.
Oh man, how did he negotiate that? It looked like Base was so gonna get stuck on that hairpin. Well done.
Yeah, I was a little worried about it, but had the Artec to swing himself around, and honestly, you'll notice he goes a lot tighter than Ark on those. I think that's his biggest time save spot when he does it well.
Yeah, that Arctech there can definitely save you tons of time, and yeah, it's very tricky. It requires a very good timing. Yeah, it's something that you can't always get consistently, but it pays huge dividends when you get it right.
Yep. And there you have it. I mean, just look how much...
Oh, there's
no!
stuckage by Baseball having to back up.
I was just saying how much tighter he
Oh,
was
no.
going. No. And yeah, those mistakes is what's been costing Baseball. I mean, obviously, but really just he's playing so much better and then just loses all his time in one spot, and it's a shame to see.
That fence is very fickle. I still don't understand how you get stuck sometimes. I know it's based on angle, but it's so sometimes you get confused. Like, why did I get stuck on that one? Oh, that boulder? Okay. Ark having to slow down a bit, playing it safe. Meanwhile, Baseball's getting stuck again.
Yep. Oh,
and he's in the dunk.
Saw that coming.
Oh no. Oh jeez.
Or Ark with the mini.
Ark nearly fell off. It probably wouldn't have mattered, but certainly that will give your heart a beat, stop.
Yeah, that was a mini Guardian Angel. There's actually a spot on the right side of that bridge there where you can fall, and you will just miraculously get pulled up and back onto the course. I don't know how it works. I don't know why it happens, but it can happen, and it looked like Ark got a mini one. I mean, he bonked the wall and then got placed up onto the grass afterwards. So that was crazy.
Even right. Warrior Coliseum, another popular baseball pick. I'd say it's probably his favorite course out of the Special Cup.
There's DDJ.
How soon I forget. DDJ can sometimes not treat him well, though.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the tracks that have a super good PR on aren't always your best one-try tracks. Something you almost want to keep in your pocket for later, because I believe he's done well against Ark on DDJ, at least one of the times. I think. Oh no!
Yeah,
Baseball.
he just took off, skyrocket. Yeah, that's what happens if you don't get the mid-air MT right. You just get so much extra air.
Still actually catching up though.
Yeah, he caught up quite a lot. Man, that sideways boost there is always so scary. You can easily get stuck. Oh no!
Kind of saw it coming. He had to really do a lot of fancy A-Tech to recover from that, which would have sent him wide in the next corner anyway, I think.
Even worse, losing the shrooms. That in of itself is catastrophic loss on this course.
Yeah, I don't know. Something to keep in mind actually is both players have not been shrooming lap 1. With goes for DKM, Yoshi Circuit, and Wario. It's just they're all kind of holding their shrooms for the normal time trial strats, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the correct play for one try is probably blast those off as soon as you can, but it can get in your head. Like you're just used to using them on lap 2, so changing it up can be annoying. Man, Baseball's just really struggling right now.
Yeah, he actually did the same mistake lap 1 that he did lap 1 as well with the mid-air MT miss.
That drop from Ark wasn't the best, but he is so far ahead right now. He would need to fall for Baseball to have a chance.
Yeah,
in fact, it might even be 2 falls. He's very far ahead.
Because Baseball also had the stuckage and didn't get to use his shrooms. A lot went wrong, and actually, Ark looking to pull away.
Yeah, he's got a 2-map lead now. That's definitely going to put some pressure on Baseball. He did not want to lose on this pick. I think he's going to have to, rethink something. Oh, Mushroom City, yeah.
Another track I was surprised to not see in the first set.
Yeah, that is, we like to say top player privilege, right?
Yeah.
Usually the higher ranked seed has the advantage on this course. Yeah, just For some reason, they are always able to get, just the tighter lines. I'd call it good course feel.
Yeah, definitely just the straighter line on A-Tech, as well as the, with such an MT heavy track, the faster MTs really save baseball a lot of time. But it's kind of especially so on Mushroom City. Yeah, if he can avoid some car hits and keep that ghost in sight, I think he'll do pretty well for himself. And I think this actually was a track that baseball did super well on in the first set against Ark, so hopefully he can scrounge back a point here.
Ark's right there with him, though. This is very close. A little bit of pinball action. It didn't cost too much, but baseball's definitely going to have a lead after lap 1. Looks to be about 0.7. Yeah, 32.1 is nice.
On 134 pace with that opener. If he can keep his ghost in sight, I'm sure he can get there. Yeah,
he's hitting every MT right now. A little bonk, again, not bad, but that's going to allow Ark to catch up a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean that could have resulted in a full stop though. Baseball going on the inside of the truck, what a madman!
I mean, oh my gosh, better lines, right?
Yeah, I'm just worried that, I mean, those are the things that he's been losing a lot of time on, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so far keeping his lead and still looking pretty solid.
Ark's still in striking distance. Oh, he kind of clipped that wall there. Could have been a lot worse. All baseball has to do is just get through this final section.
Don't go on the inside of the truck, please.
Oh, you know he will. There's a truck hit! He's got too much of a lead. No problem.
That's why you save all the time early for those dump strats. Oh my gosh.
He probably didn't need to risk that. But it's baseball. Still gets the dub. Makes it 4-3. Don't count him out yet. Be interesting to see Ark's next pick. I'm thinking like Rainbow Road is coming up soon.
Waluigi.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Definitely a squirrely track. You can get air if you're not careful in a lot of spots.
Yeah, for sure.
Mud skip can ruin your day.
Yeah, I was gonna say the mud skip is kind of a big part of it. Really, the stuff to keep an eye on is oftentimes players will kind of shroom on different laps. The cycles are a little finicky here, and we've seen them shroom on different cycles before. So
yeah, I think the standard is 110, right?
It actually depends on your pace. But I believe 110 is the other more common of the ones.
We'll see if either of these players make an adjustment on the fly. Ark got stuck. Oh man, got stuck for days.
Yeah, that's
not what you want. Okay, so he's gonna end up doing mud skip on lap 1, making that adjustment. Probably a smart move. Oh wow, look at this. Half piping Tony Hawk.
Yeah, baseball secured himself a huge lead here.
No, okay, good. I was slightly worried on that ramp. No problem though. Hopefully baseball can just keep it clean. He kind of got gifted lap 1.
Yeah, and baseball exhausted both of his shrooms already, but it's not going to make too much of a difference here. Ark's already lost so much time, so
yeah, pretty much as long as baseball keeps it clean, he'll probably take this one down. I mean, Ark can really race well to try and put some pressure on it. But yeah, he's at least 5, if not more, seconds behind. And baseball looking pretty clean. Let's see how his mud skip is. Not bad. I think he dropped the first MT while doing it, but that wasn't too bad of a mistake. Just looking solid. Oh man, how close the door. Fireball by Ark. Oh, okay, no problem. Baseball taking this one down, tying it up 4-4.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him bring it back. I was a little worried, his mental game kind of wavered in that first set, but it looks like he is still in this set and still looking to to get the win.
Yeah, the pick backfiring by Ark. He's got some room to work with, though. I think I'm going to see... I still think Rainbow Road's coming up imminently, but what do I know?
Yeah, so...
This is kind of a crucial pick.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're kind of getting into the late game here. Daisy Cruiser.
Daisy Cruiser, okay. I can get behind that.
See. Yeah, baseball, definitely, I feel like... I mean, I realize he lost in the first set, but baseball has actually been driving super well outside of it. He just kind of got stuck on the stairs.
Mm-hmm. I know.
But he's saving time, like, crazy amounts of time. He's got 2 extra MTs over Arc here, and just faster ones, which he has on every track, so I'm hoping to see baseball just pull really far ahead here.
But the question is, did he leave his swim trunks at home? I hope you did.
Well, he didn't fall in first set, so hopefully so.
Good start. Let's see how the stairs go. Oh, Ark got a little bit of a snag, able to recover, but certainly not as clean. He's kind of still bumping around, recovering his line.
Yeah, really this section, I feel like baseball saves. So, I mean, look at them exiting the kitchen versus entering.
Yep. Gets that extra MT in there, right?
Yeah, so exiting the kitchen is one, and the other one is actually before the shroom here, you'll see. Just...
Whoa, there's the pull.
No.
Didn't leave his swim trunks at home. He's going to have to race really, really well now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be really tough to come back from.
Yeah, especially since they're already halfway through the race. I mean, he doesn't have as much track left to pull it back. I mean, it's the same amount of time lost wherever you fall, but I guess it's nice that he got one shroom off. Although not really, because that was the shroom that he fell in on, so never mind.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Yeah. Well, he fell in quicker.
There you go. Ark gets around the pool just fine.
Ooh,
so
nice stairs from Ark.
Very nice stairs from Ark. Baseball's, yeah, pretty much finishing him off there. Probably no chance now. Just overturned it.
Yeah, and Ark really just trying to keep his points ahead like he did in the first set, and not really giving baseball a chance to pull up. Well, he is giving him chances, but baseball needs to take better advantage of him.
He's playing consistent. You know, he's not bulletproof. He's definitely made a few mistakes, but baseball's just making more, and you know that is not a recipe for victory.
Yeah, baseball perhaps tired of the water, wants to take it to dry desert.
Good choice.
Can't fall in a pool in there.
No, but you can fall in the middle of a vortex. Hungry plants. That's just a little worse.
Yeah, we did see him unfortunately hit the pokies quite a bit here, so I think that's something he's got to avoid. Try to stay close to those pillars. That honestly is one of the harder parts of the track to do cleanly, because you want to go close, but you don't want to hit the pillar, and you don't want to go too far out and hit the pokey, especially when the pokey arches over. You have very little space to slip through, and under the pressure of a one try, it can be tricky, so we'll see what happens, but Shroom's coming out first lap, which actually you don't see on most tracks. It helps you avoid the tornado in lap 2, actually. Oh man, in baseball.
He got close to that pokey.
Yeah, I was afraid.
Now, just a slight scare. Pretty good lap 1s from both players. Basically with the sub 30. It's a good mark to see.
Yeah, definitely acceptable for one try, keeping his ghost in sight.
That was not the best shroom from Ark. I think he lost a little bit of time on the exit.
Oh, nice baseball.
Job.
Both of them slipping under that
pokey. Yeah, that's always scary on lap 2.
Yep.
You do not have much room to maneuver. See, now baseball's doing quite well here. Just gotta keep on keeping on.
Yeah, saving time every lap, like usual.
Ark's still right behind him, though. He's not giving him an inch. He's making him race to his full potential.
Yeah, pokey hit
Let's
could
see
definitely.
Oh
there's
no, the pillar plus the pokey hit. This is still pretty close. Another pokey
man,
hit
but
from
Ark-
Ark. Oh man, baseball handed it to him on a silver platter and he threw it right back. I don't want that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Ark had the advantage there. Getting stuck is worse than hitting the pokey, but hitting 2 pokies, baseball able to get the points and tie it back up 5-5.
I'm sure he's got to be shocked that he won that map. Just so much spaghetti right at the very end. Man, that's got to be a sigh of relief. I don't think baseball should count on his opponent to do that again.
Yeah, honestly, Ark has been doing a pretty good job of avoiding those big mistakes. But whew, that was that was really close. Like you said, baseball just kind of threw the
nerves.
track over to Ark, and Ark threw it right back.
He did not like the spaghetti. He's just like, nope, that stuff's not for me. 5-5. Ark's pick. He's got a lot of power right now. I think 5-5 is, probably the most pivotal track. I'd say it's probably more important than the 6-6. I would say whoever goes up 6-5 usually winds up winning the set. Oh, and we're going to Mushroom Bridge. I love it. The chaos pick.
Yeah,
I love this pick.
another one of those tracks where baseball, again, played pretty well, but just had one truck hit and it cost him the race. So I don't know. I guess you could compare it to Dry in that it shouldn't be that much spaghetti, but because there's not like huge places to fall, and like honestly, when you're going for PRs, you don't make this many mistakes. But in one tries, man, just everything seems to go wrong on these tracks.
It is astounding, throughout this league how much spaghetti there's been on this track. I mean, I'm thinking back to match 1 between these two, where they both it was just spaghetti everywhere. I think they both got above a 125.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
Honestly, though, it's like you make that one mistake,
and it all falls apart.
and yeah, you're just like, okay, every other mistake doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but like, you kind of get in that mindset of that's fine. This is already like screwed.
Oh, there's a truck.
Baseball.
And the wall ride. I was gonna say they were racing perfectly. I was talking this up. Oh man, Ark getting stuck.
Baseball getting stuck.
Jeez. See? Chaos course. Still got one more lap to go. Oh man, baseball almost clipped that truck too. Oh, there's a car from Ark. This is basically tied. I think Ark has a slight lead. Oh no,
Yeah,
it's so close.
Despite
Baseball can make
everything
up this
that's
time. This is such a pivotal track right here. Who's going to take this one down? It's going to be right up to the wire. I think Ark has a little bit of the head. It's going to be close, though. The faster MTs by baseball may make the difference, but I think, that truck just seals the deal. Ark taking it down.
Yeah, actually, that might have been quite close. Usually truck hits cost you about 0.6, and it was about 0.7 off, so unfortunately see the last truck hit, but I believe Ark kind of would have had it either way.
I think Ark would have had it either way.
Yes.
But it would have been very, very, very close. Ark is now up 6-5. Actually, that makes it match point because he has won the first set. So baseball is on his match life right now. Needs to win 2 in a row to try and force a set 3.
Yeah, this is a little spooky. Baseball did not get this point in the first set. But yeah, match point is kind of spooky, and Ark actually looking to take the whole match. I'm excited to see what happens. Will they go for YOLO? I don't know. Baseball.
I think baseball's going for it.
Yeah, he just didn't feel too
comfortable. Oh no, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Ark goes for it and makes it, but it's still kind of tied.
Yeah, so didn't get the cleanest YOLO, and also baseball by the end of lap 1 on the last set was able to catch up immediately. So honestly, these are kind of good choices by baseball. He really doesn't need it against Ark. I mean, already pulling ahead here.
Finally taking the sensible route, I see. Oh, a little grass there, not bad.
It's gonna be very similar first lap though.
Oh yeah.
It's in .1. And baseball rejoices as he gets to use his shrooms. Huge time save on Yoshi.
They're
man,
still
still
very
looking
close.
close,
These, you know,
yep.
these lines are great. Both were a little sketchy on that downhill MT, which, if you do it perfectly, can save you tons of time.
Yeah, baseball also getting that extra MT in the last straightaway. He's got quite a few extra MTs in his pocket here, and saving 0.2 over Ark.
Still, both players in striking distance of each other. It will come down to a good lap 3. Just got to keep it clean. Let's see how they do on this part. Very good by baseball there. Did end up giving
Drops
up
the
an MT. Yeah. Ark got a little bit of a bonk,
extra
though.
MT over Ark either way,
Ooh.
and actually, baseball looks to be running away with it on this last stretch.
Okay, he's good. Baseball takes it down. We're going to 6-6.
Yes, this is
This
what I
is
wanted to
what
see.
I was hoping for.
Yeah, and 142. Actually, not a bad time considering baseball went around, and I mean those are times that Ark would get with a YOLO. So
do you think we're finishing on Rainbow Road? Okay, we are.
Oh gosh,
We
are.
saved the best for last, right?
I don't know
3
about
minutes
that.
of pure nerves.
Yeah, this is kind of spooky just on the long tracks. So many places to fall. I actually am really surprised that this is coming down to Rainbow Road. I mean, Rainbow Road when it's 6-6 sounds like my worst nightmare. So
I wouldn't want to play it. That's for
I
sure.
hate Ark for picking this, but at the same time, it should be exciting to watch.
Well, would you rather play Dyna Jungle? I'm sure if baseball had the choice, he would have picked that one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I think Ark has to deny him that.
That's a fair point. So I guess well done by baseball, giving him the DDJ or Rainbow Road choice. And actually, I think Ark has been getting the better of baseball with these Rainbow Road picks. We'll see where this ends up. And you'll notice
I
baseball.
just hope this is a close race.
Oh yeah, I hope so too.
I want it to be very clean from both sides. Pretty good so far. We're on pins and needles here.
And actually, baseball not going for that extra MT, that was kind of a popular place for him to fall before. Perhaps just doesn't think it's worth it. And honestly, safe strats when you're 6-6, I don't blame him.
It's the smart choice, definitely.
So far, looking pretty
very
even,
close.
actually. A lot of track left to go.
Do you think if he builds his confidence, he might try and sneak that trick in on one of the laps, try and gain a little bit of an edge?
I think only if he has a sloppy lap, maybe, or maybe he gets stuck on the spiral. If something like that happens, I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for a little bit riskier stuff because he'll feel
Good
pressure
R
too.
tech from both players. Those are very close times.
Oh yeah, within 0.1 on a very long track.
So you think he'll get more aggressive if he makes a mistake?
Yes, but if he keeps it clean, I don't think he'll go for it. Oh, not even going for the MT there. Yeah. I don't know. When it's this close,
I mean, that's a pretty standard MT. To give that one up, I'm not sure if I would agree with that. Maybe he just didn't like his setup. Ark looked a little bit more shaky through this S-curve, and it shows. Baseball's taking a lead.
Yeah, there we go. Now
he was kind of wavering a lot more. Baseball's much, much tighter with his line. It's little things like that that can add up.
Oh yeah, and this room will also determine quite a big difference unless they both get clean. Baseball looking pretty solid. Ark going a little wide, but
Ark went
makes it
wide,
through.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, a minute.
Look at the difference there.
Yep.
Baseball's so close to getting stuck on that spiral, I thought.
Yeah, actually,
no problem.
honestly, baseball, good call, keeping it safe, showing that he doesn't really need to do anything super fancy to beat Ark here. And yeah.
Can he hang on?
Oh gosh. Baseball oscillating a little bit. All right. Keeps it cool. Doesn't go for the extra MT there. Well done.
Let's see how they do. Not the best section there from Ark. He had opportunity to gain time on baseball there, but I think they broke even.
Yeah, hardbart is over for baseball, and baseball actually looking to take it to a third set.
Oh, he missed a zipper there. That's not the worst one to miss.
Hopefully he'll just get this spiral pretty cleanly, and there you have it.
Yeah, no problem. Gets it. Baseball takes the set 7-6.
Nice. Very well
Forces set
done by
3.
Baseball.
Look at that. So we get to do this one more time. Love it. Love it. So
Yeah, Baseball actually behind the entire set and was able to pull ahead with that last race. And oh my gosh, I was like grinding my teeth through that entire Rainbow Road, but Baseball, again, just playing it safe, playing his game, knows that if he doesn't fall, he could likely win, and it worked out for him. And that's what I've been saying, if he avoids those big mistakes, he has the advantage. I think Baseball can play it safer than he thinks sometimes, because Ark has definitely looked a little shaky through a lot of those sections, and it showed. With every course, honestly. Baseball, always saving time over Ark, but I'm excited to see it thrown into another set. Players, again, do have the choice to change their bans, but I don't think they will. I think both of them are pretty happy with their bans. We'll see, though. Baseball banning Bad's Castle?
Yep, same ban. I don't think these players are going to change their bans, especially Baseball. He just wants to do exactly what he did. He did on the last, 3-ish courses. His Mushroom Bridge was a little spaghetti, but it seemed like he was finally, calming down, especially when the pressure was on. He just needs to do what he did on Yoshi Circuit and Rainbow Road a couple more times.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, those were the tracks that he played it pretty safe on.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully Baseball kind of realizing that, I can really beat this guy if I just stop falling off, if I stop getting stuck. It's kind of free, so.
I don't think Ark needs to make any changes. Losing the set 7-6 does suck. But he kept the pressure on Baseball the whole time, nearly led it the whole time, up right until the last 2 tracks. So, I would just stick to your game. I would not let this get in your head. You crushed the guy 1-7 in the first set. There's no problem here. Just play your game.
No, you're right. Definitely had Baseball sweating there. But, we kind of saw this with the first match as well. Baseball just kind of keeps getting better and better as the one tries go on, perhaps feeling more warm. And, we'll have to see how he performs in this third set. But I think Ark is definitely going up against a harder Baseball than he was in that first set. So, looks like Ark came back and said he wants to ban Baby Park. No surprise there. Same bans for all 3 sets, and actually same first pick for all 3 sets.
Consistency. Maybe Baseball's embracing it.
Yeah, honestly, with the one tries, it's definitely safe strats is something you want to go for.
Oh,
Baseball,
grass.
No. Yep.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, could have been. This is definitely.
That Goomba might be in the way now,
waves.
though. Okay, he's fine. I always get a little worried if you make a slight mistake on lap 1 on this course, because that Goomba keeps pushing to the right.
Yeah, actually, are quite a bit ahead here.
Going right at the tree.
Yep.
Oh man, and just emptying right into the grass, mowing the lawn.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky to time that shroom to where you exit right when the shroom ends. And unfortunately, Baseball cut it way too short there. Perhaps not used to going to the right of the tree, I would imagine.
Yeah. He's going to have to race for lights out on lap 3. And Ark's probably going to have to hit some grass, too. He's got a pretty significant lead. Pretty good shroom.
Yep.
That was a lot better shroom from Baseball there. I think he caught up a little bit.
Yeah, we did see Ark hit the third lap Goomba. That is something that we need to keep in mind here. Could pull Baseball back in the lead. Ark avoiding it, and Baseball avoiding it. Man, it's either they both hit it or they both avoided. I want to see someone break up the lead with that third lap Goomba, but there you have it. Ark getting 1 point on the board and keeping the trend of staying just a point ahead of Baseball Kid.
Yep, he played his game, made baseball race his best. Baseball didn't race his best, and there you go, easy point.
And Baseball finally pulling out the DDJ.
Okay.
Something he was probably upset about not playing last track. It is one of his best courses, if not his best course. And just, perhaps feeling warm finally and just wants to get it on early. He wants to make sure that they play it, because honestly, it is a shame that he hasn't had to play he hasn't gotten to play his best course yet. So
yeah, I would probably put this in the realm of like an aggressive pick. I think he's trying to control the pace of this final set by putting that on the table early. So I definitely agree with you. I think this is a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
He's right with his ghost.
Yep.
Lap 1 shrooms, obviously safety play for one try. Smart move.
Yeah.
Oh no, Ark!
Oh man, Ark.
Off the bridge. Jeez, that's gonna get in your head.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to just buckle down and focus on lines. Oh,
Yep. Oh, Baseball
there's
hitting the dynamo leg.
there's a little bit of getting Ark back into this. Of the mistakes you can make on this course, it's probably the one that hurts you the least.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Baseball's electing to hang on to that shroom for lap 3. Confidence, I guess.
Perhaps he just didn't really like his setup exiting that cave. I actually wasn't looking when he exited, but maybe something weird, wonky happened. There's not really any cycles to watch out for on DJ, so it's not cycle related.
Sure, you do put yourself at risk of losing it if you fall.
Right.
But that's not going to happen. I'm smiling. Ooh. Okay, no problem.
So tight on that bridge.
Yeah. A little too tight for my taste, but no problem. Gets to use the shortcut.
Oh man, drops CMT after it. Huge time loss,
Yeah.
but luckily he's already way in the lead. And honestly, Baseball is just really familiar with this course. Even his worst gameplay will be gaining time over Ark.
Oh,
And
Ark fell
doesn't
again.
help. Yep.
Baseball actually saying in chat he's not happy with a 145. Well, it's easily enough to win on this. So that makes it 1-1.
Baseball bust out some really nice DJ times, though. I've seen him get like low 143s. So, yeah, I can see why he's unhappy with it, but against Ark it was definitely enough, and then it's good that he tied it back up and throws it back to Ark's pick.
Could we see another 6-6 set?
I'm feeling Sherbert.
I'm feeling yes. All right, you thinking
Ark.
Sherbert land next?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's something Ark has pulled out early. Yeah, there it is.
You're a magician, sir. We're going right there.
Yeah, I don't know. Just something I feel like Ark has been pulling it out a bit. Knows Baseball, having banned it the last match, perhaps doesn't really prefer it. So
yeah, we've seen that course played early. Did they play early in set 1? It was the third course in set 2.
I don't know actually. I think Ark already had quite a few points on Baseball before they played it, but definitely wasn't kind of like in the end game.
Good start, avoiding the lake.
Yeah, I'm happy to see Baseball not drop those early MTs. Oh, but unfortunately, cuts a lot of snow there where he didn't want to, and are gonna pull slightly ahead. Still
not a terrible mistake. He kind of recovered quite well, I thought.
Oh yeah, there were mistakes, and still getting the sub 26 despite that airtime. Almost very similar lap to Ark. Actually, this race is still quite close. We'll have to see if these players want a shroom lap 2.
I think they will. Both seem to be on pace for their normal times. Oh,
and neither do.
I think I'm gonna stop making predictions.
Honestly, though, yeah. Usually, you need a faster lap or a faster opener than that to be safe within. Actually, it worked out for them.
There you
Baseball
go.
pulling ahead here, though, and
Yeah,
these shrooms are gonna make a big difference on who's in first.
His lines are just slightly better. You can gain or lose tons of time on these shrooms. Both look pretty good from both players. Looks like Baseball's going to be able to take this one down.
Whew!
Very close.
115.1. Nice one.
time. Yes. And that's, that's a good map to win. Anytime you win on your opponent's pick, it definitely, makes them rethink their choice a little bit.
Yeah, and actually baseball, which he hasn't done much in this match, is taking a point lead over Ark in the early game.
Looking to try and run away with it. I don't think Ark's going to let him. You basically saying, hold on there, buddy. We're going to DKM.
Yeah, baseball. I was trying to say DKM and Ark at the same time. Baseball, feeling pretty confident though, saying PR incoming.
Wouldn't that be a trip?
Yeah, if baseball PRs, that'd be insane, because baseball already has a very good DKM.
He has a 143.0.
Yeah, so almost within that.
If he PRs on this, I mean, that'd be just amazing.
Yeah, he does have his ghost out, but neither of them are going to stream lap 1, are they? Yeah, okay, they're just holding it. Perhaps worried
baby.
about those boulder cycles is something to keep in mind, but it can change pretty easily based on your driving, regardless of the shrooms. So we'll see. And just look how much tighter baseball.
Oh no, he's done that a lot.
Yeah, I saw it coming.
He's going a little too wide.
And he's fallen there because he's attempting to do it so much faster.
Mm-hmm. Taking aggressive lines.
Right, he saves an enormous amount of time, but just, I don't know, it really just takes one fall and Ark basically gets the point. We'll have to see, this race isn't over. Yep.
But losing the shrooms, again, this is why we suggest, you use those on lap 1. There's really no benefit to hanging on to them. Let's see if he does a little bit better on the shortcut this time. No, he's gonna get stuck. Baseball just so far behind. This course just has not been his favorite.
Yeah, it's kind of the story of DKM for baseball so far. It's like just those colossal mistakes right at the skip, just almost every time. I think there was one map where he fell off the bridge, but it was kind of after he'd already made a big mistake at the skip.
And Ark's been very consistent on this course. I mean, yeah, he's made like maybe 1 or 2 mistakes, but for the most part, every time I've seen him play it, well, as I say that.
Oh, and Ark actually going over.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Still gets the win, but
Ark would have.
You don't want to do that to yourself, because one of these days it will cost you.
Alrighty. And tying it back up, throwing the pick back over to baseball. And baseball wants to go with Peach, it looks like. Oh, DC, sorry. I was looking at his gameplay, not the chat.
Yeah, it's... Alright, this time he left his swim trunks at home, right?
No, he brought him. He fell off.
But he took his swim. He's very happy with his swim, and now he doesn't want to take another swim.
Correct.
Yes. Don't let me down, baseball. I don't want to see a pool party. Alright, safe on lap 1.
Yeah,
That's usually an easy one.
Yeah, speaking
it's a lot
of
harder when you're shrimming.
Right. Speaking of his DKM story, it's kind of a similar story on Daisy Cruiser. Is baseball just playing so much cleaner, but has trouble with the skip, especially getting the extra MT out before the skip. I wonder if it's a strat that baseball will just benefit from not doing that extra MT and having the more controlled setup for the skip, but still going for it, and hey, it paid off there, so I won't.
Great stare by baseball there.
Oh yeah, and compared to
I mean, if he wants to play conservative, just activate the shroom a little bit later. Yeah, that gives you much more control. But he's going with the aggressive line, and it's working.
Yeah, but there's also something to be said about just doing strats that you're not comfortable with. Like, even if it's supposed to be simpler, if it's something you're not, used to doing, it can really trip you up.
That's fair.
Yeah. Oh, baseball.
Okay, he's good. He's good. No pool
Getting
party.
good
Man, look
stairs
at those
after as
stairs.
well. Oh, Ark also.
Two.
Yep.
Very impressive. But yeah, baseball is showing why he's, got the better time on this course here. This is a nearly flawless race from him.
Yeah, this is exactly what he wanted. He really just has to land those skips, and he's got it. I mean, this is going to be a good time.
138.
138.
Yeah,
Nicely
Ark
done.
didn't do that bad either. Yeah, I think it's the extra MTs that pile on.
Oh yeah, extra MTs
Ark
as well as MT speed.
Ark saying he beat his 60 hertz PR with that time.
Wait, he
So
did?
Yes, he's saying
Why
in
didn't it
chat.
ding ding ding?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Oh, well, I guess, yeah, the memory card, just same memory card.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can just kind of switch it to 60 hertz and nothing really changes, so. But yeah, that's kind of funny to see. And honestly, that's what you can kind of count on is Ark getting these, like, consistently getting these mediocre times. It's just, baseball is definitely capable of much faster times. He just needs to, play his game like that, not mess up the skips, not mess up those important parts, and honestly, he could potentially 7-0 Ark, but definitely struggling with that, and we're having a close race because of it. But baseball, good on him, keeping his lead. Throwing the pick back over to Ark. And Ark wants to play Waluigi. Didn't really work out for him well last time. Hopefully, he's kind of learned his lesson.
I think he's learned from his mistake. I expect him to race much, much better this time.
Yeah. They definitely weren't super common mistakes. I feel like in one tries we've seen people, have the, well, actually, I take that back. Getting stuck on that first corner has been fairly common in these one tries. But
I do it all the time.
Yeah, it's honestly
infuriating.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ark
so
actually, getting
Ark doing mud skip, pretty good one. Baseball is shrimming, so that will kind of desync the players a little bit. You won't really be able to tell who's ahead or who's behind because of that. But anyway, what we'll find out is when they get their shrooms back together again. Probably around lap 3, you'll figure out who actually got the lead.
Oh man, baseball.
He's so lucky he did not get burned there. Definitely do not want to be on the left side of that. It seems pretty close, but again, Ark's got the shroom in pocket.
Yeah, I think baseball still is ahead, although Ark does have that shroom. Baseball, I think, dropped some frames earlier, and now the streams are desynced. But with that mud and Ark having the shroom, actually, this might be favorable for Ark.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit ahead. Baseball got a tiny bit of air there. I don't think it costs too much.
Here comes a wall ride from baseball. Yep. Can he get a clean one?
That's pretty good. But yeah, Ark is definitely up here. Just had, better lines. So let's see as they come through the final part of this.
Oh, we'll have to see. Again, baseball's clock is just a little bit behind.
139, 140.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, never mind. Ark taking it. And tying it back up. Doesn't want baseball to run away with it.
Yeah, Ark learned his lesson from the first time he played. That's a pretty clean race from him. I didn't see exactly too many spots where baseball lost time. Usually that bumpy section, if you catch a little bit too much air, you can just lose time out of nowhere and not notice it. That's what I suspect happened. Baseball going back to Mushroom City. I definitely like this pick. He's shown his, much strength on this course.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, just not even in this match, but the last time they played, baseball doesn't really waver much on Mushroom City. And it's no mystery why he picked it. Definitely just wants to keep his lead and keep Ark on his back foot.
The inside line on the track has favored him. I definitely expect him to continue with that. I'm not entirely sure how much time it saves versus going around. But it's probably something of an advantage.
Wait, which part are you talking about?
Going inside line on the trucks.
Oh.
Because Ark usually doesn't do that.
Honestly, you can do it pretty cleanly and go on the outside. It's really not that bad. which is why I don't like going for it in one tries. But Baseball's a madman. Even
oh, the stuck.
Yeah, the dropped
That
MT
is
just
not what you
before
want.
he could
Yeah.
mount that corner. It's actually a pretty common mistake, and it's going to put him behind. And now I definitely think he's going to go on the inside of these trucks, both laps.
He can make up this time though.
Yeah, it's a fair amount. I mean, full stuckage is hard. It's not like he just bonked. Definitely possible though. We'll just have to see. It really depends.
No. That truck. Now it's going to be really hard. He's about almost 2 seconds behind.
Yeah, no, he needs to count on Ark to make a mistake.
No. Oh, he got a little bit of stuckage there too. Yeah, Ark's going to have to screw up.
It's a shame to see Baseball potentially lose this pick, especially. That's kind of huge for the rest of this set.
Oh yeah, this should be money in the bag for him. Ark's getting a little sketchy, but definitely playing it safe in the final part. Easily takes it. Baseball hitting the truck at the end. Wow, that was a bit of a surprise. Didn't think Ark was going to take that one down. That could be a huge momentum swing.
I was just talking Baseball up on Mushroom City, and Ark taking the lead, and actually, Baseball going to Dry. It was a very close race last time they had it.
Well, he can win this track. Got to keep it clean.
Yeah, I was almost thinking Baseball would want to pick Peach Beach here, but we'll see. I don't know. Because this is a track that's kind of gone both ways for these players. So I would have rather picked a safer track, but we'll see how it turns out. You know, Baseball did get the win last set, and perhaps is just feeling more comfy on it. Only mistake he made was getting stuck on that pillar, which can be huge. But luckily, Ark also hit the double pokies.
Yeah, for getting stuck on the pillar, he certainly recovered well. Ooh, okay. I was a little worried.
Not even close, baby. Baseball slipping through. Looking cool as a cucumber.
This is very close after lap 1.
Yeah,
Didn't quite get the sub 30 time that time. About 0.3 difference. Yeah.
Serviceable though against Ark. And both players getting a decently clean shroom. I think Ark might have gotten the best.
Oh, there's the pokey. No, Baseball. What are you doing?
Yeah, and that is the hardest part of the track to slip through. Very, very common mistake when that pokey is arched down to be able to slip through. You do not have that much space. And yeah.
He can still come back. But it needs to be basically perfect now.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen in a one try, but honestly, Baseball is not looking too far away. If he gets a clean third lap, it is definitely possible. Ark going on the inside, actually getting thrown a little wide, and that's going to pull Baseball ahead.
Just like that, through that section with the vortex, that was flawless from Baseball.
Baseball looking to get 131.3.
Wow, that is amazing. Pokey hit, still able to win by over 0.7? About 0.7.
That sand pit just dragging you off to the side can lose so much time, as you saw, and Baseball kept it together so well, tying it back up. I was worried about the dry pick, but it worked out.
Wow. He needed that one. Definitely needed that one. Baseball saying that might have been best split no shroom lap.
Oh yeah, I wish I had looked at what that third lap was. It was pretty nutty.
Clip that one, guys. That's how you play that course. Where is Ark gonna take us? Yoshi Circuit.
I love seeing Yoshi. Yeah, really just banking on Baseball to fall again like he did the first time, but Baseball's not going for YOLO, and I honestly think he might get the better of Ark here, just because he's realized if he plays it safe, he's got a pretty good chance of
I'm not making
beating
a
Ark.
prediction. I'm going to get it wrong.
Well, we'll see. I mean, anything can happen in a one try. It doesn't matter what you say, And they're off. I think Ark will go for the yellow here. Feels a little pressured to do it.
Got it.
Gets a pretty.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah. unfortunately didn't really get the MT off as soon as you should, but it's kind of weird. He actually does a left MT after the landing. Most people go for a right MT. Oh man, getting thrown wide. Baseball already caught up.
Oh, little air there around the
looking pretty
hairpin, but not
Yeah,
bad.
looking pretty close now, actually.
Oh, baseball's in grass. Okay, got out. Ark's still got a slight lead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they kind of went back and forth there for a second, but oh, baseball going so tight on that first corner. Oh man, not the best shrooms from baseball, but yeah, this is looking really close so far.
Which
Looks
means baseball probably will gain a lead as this race goes on.
Yeah, just on this section especially, you can see the extra MT coming out. Ark getting a little bit of air. Oh, but baseball not getting the best line either, and it's still looking pretty close. Another extra MT for baseball on this last straight here. And looks like baseball will get the better lap here. Yeah.
About 0.4. It's very close. I think baseball's up by about 0.1.
Oh yeah, this is any man. Oh man,
He gained
baseball
more time there.
getting an interesting
Yeah.
room entrance. Oh my gosh, and this is very close coming in on the third lap.
Yep.
It is tied 4-4. Who wants to take this lead that they've been throwing back and forth already so many times this set?
Downhill MT looked a little bit better from baseball. I think Art caught some grass there.
Yeah, and if this last straightaway is pretty clean, baseball gets all three of those MTs off. Oh, but drops
no,
MT
he's
and
in the
actually goes in the
grass.
grass right at the end.
It's close. Okay.
Oh my gosh, and baseball still
0.1.
takes
Baseball
it.
still gets it.
That was
Oof.
close.
He nearly punted that. It looked scary. But good enough.
Yeah,
Good
and
enough.
that's exactly the situation that Ark sees and realizes, like, yes, I do want to go for YOLO, because when it comes down to that close, that can make a huge difference. I mean, if Ark had gone around, I mean, that wouldn't have been close at all. So
Yeah.
that YOLO
Gotta
definitely
admit,
put Ark into the race a bit more.
He is definitely trying to put as much pressure on baseball as possible, pulling out all the stops. You know, he's just giving it his all.
Yeah, baseball kind of throwing it off, though. He doesn't care. Oh, taking it to Rainbow Road. Another track where baseball just plays it safe, plays his game, and is hoping for that win. Considering it, you know, not going for that extra mid-air MT in the middle of the track there, I'll point it out when baseball comes up to it, but not going for that just kind of shows that, and it worked out for him the first set, just kind of shows that he really wants to just play it safe and see where it takes him.
I think he dropped the first MT on landing.
Yeah, he did, fortunately.
Hopefully that doesn't get in his head. It's always like, oh man, really? You kind of get that feeling. Yeah, he didn't go for that extra MT and that spot off the second zipper, as you were saying.
Yeah, and another thing to keep in mind actually is after landing on that zipper, baseball starts up an MT immediately and gets it off, while Ark just waits just a moment because he does kind of charge an MT in the air. Oh my gosh.
Excuse me, I need to recover from what I just saw.
Yeah, that was quite close. Luckily, there is some leniency with this track on those sides. I mean, you can kind of like, you can literally like skip over the corner, even though there's no grass to skip over. It's just space. But
The magic of Rainbow Road.
yeah.
Pretty good opener from baseball. Sub 1 minute.
Still getting the better of Ark despite. You notice here comes the wall bonk in order to go tighter. Oh, baseball misses it, but it's fine.
That looked pretty good from Ark, though. I don't know if he actually touched the wall. But
Oh, and Ark.
No! Well, you see, he used his shroom there to try and fall faster. Maybe it will make a difference.
Yeah, very small. It's honestly one of those things that it's just like, may as well do it. You're going to lose them anyway. Just shroom. Shrooming does have the property of making you fall faster, but it's almost negligible. I've yet to see a race where it made the difference, but I mean, it still can. We've had very close races in the past.
Baseball's sitting pretty now. Got both his shrooms. He'll be able to bang these off on lap 2 and lap 3. Man, just look at that Artec. Very good. I think his opener was actually better than that time. It's pretty close.
Yeah, I think not getting the hairpin hit can make a pretty big difference. Oh, and that was a pretty nice one from baseball.
Yeah, Ark's gonna need to see a mistake from his opponent here. Yeah, baseball definitely started turning sideways. That's not what
Yeah.
you want to see.
That was almost just like muscle memory. Coming off the zipper, you're actually not. Oh, whoa, don't
Ark
release
did
that
the same
MT.
thing, but able to save it. Whew.
Baseball. Holy crap.
Oh my gosh. So many near misses, just back to back to back.
Yeah, that's Rainbow Road for you. But baseball's staying alive and looking to take this to match point.
Yeah, he's sitting pretty. The hard part's over.
Mm-hmm.
The last section's kind of cake. Will he get sub 3? Yep, gets sub 3. Easily takes it. Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah. And another win on Rainbow Road from baseball, taking its match point and actually looking to take
this.
looking to go to SNS with this next track. It is Arc's pick though.
Yeah, baseball won 3 in a row there. Ultimate pressure on his opponent. Arc has to win out, as you said. Every race from this point forward is an elimination race for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. It's really spooky for Arc. You know, he's exhausted all the mistakes he can make. And looks like it's between Luigi Circuit, Peach Beach, and Mushroom Bridge. Are a couple of the choices, and he's still kind of deciding.
Those are not good choices for him.
I was gonna say, but honestly, Mushroom Bridge is a track that we've seen baseball really mess up on, and actually decides to go to. Oh wait, he hasn't decided yet.
Baseball is predicting.
You've chosen wrong, baseball.
Mushroom Bridge. I like the pick. Yeah.
Baseball's just going where he wanted to go. Hopefully.
He knows he'll eventually get to play that, I bet.
Yeah. Arc, kind of funny. Probably just wanting Arc to be like, oh, well, baseball's already there. Let's go to Luigi. But nope, Arc's saying, get off, Luigi. Taking you Mushroom Bridge. And I think this is the best choice out of what was left. Honestly.
I agree. Wholeheartedly. Yeah, gotta get this. Gotta get the next one. Gotta get the third one. So the ordering probably doesn't matter too much. But, you know, if you need a win to start, this is definitely the best pick. I think baseball got started, so Arc Stream might be having a little bit of a stuckage.
Yeah, we'll just have to look at the times, but for now we can always judge. Oh, is he gonna get stuck? Oh man.
Man, he's losing tons of time on that. I mean, it could have been worse. He could have come to like a full stuck, so able to recover it.
Oh, and there we go. Oh, that's baseball.
That's a duplicate stream.
They're so close. Look at that tied openers. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like Arc lost stream.
I guess that means he's not racing. Or is he? I don't know. We'll check this in a minute. But yeah, baseball is doing a lot better now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell. I'm actually not sure what's gonna happen here. Whether we will keep baseball's time. I assume we will. Oh, baseball hitting the car. I'm just gonna tell baseball not to say his time in the chat. I think it's technically an advantage to know what time you have to beat.
I would agree with that. We'll try and keep this as fair as possible. This is actually looking pretty good from baseball on lap 3. So he's gonna put up a 121.664. So we're gonna check with the referees here for a second on how to handle this sort of situation.
Yeah.
So just hang on a minute, folks. But 121 is a pretty good time on this course, considering we've got mucho squirreliness.
Mm-hmm.
So what I suspect is Arc is gonna do his own race. He does not know baseball's time, so I suspect that's probably how this is gonna get handled. But we've got a ref for the official ruling here.
Oh, did Arc already start? Oh, he stopped because of OBS. I see.
He paused his game, is what he did.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. We're still kind of seeing what the GSA staff has to say about it. I just don't want to say what's going to happen if I'm not sure. Hmm. Yeah, it's kind of tough to say because so basically the thing here is Ark paused, and it's actually kind of hard to come back from pause, especially when he's against this wall. He could bow out, hit the truck because right now he's not pressing A, and honestly a pause kind of counts as an ATEC. It's weird, but it happens, and or he'll just get stuck on the wall because his angle will change and try to overcompensate. So we're not really sure if we just want Ark to restart. I mean, he's not that far into the course. Oh, okay, interesting. It's up to baseball to rematch or just take the win. Okay, baseball wants to rematch. Good man. That would have been a sad way to end it. Honestly,
Yes, that would have been a sad way to end
baseball would
it.
have just gone to SNS based off of that. Okay, so we're gonna redo it. I like that outcome. Looks like we're restarting. Yeah, good man, good man. Although honestly,
showing his
baseball kind of
sportsmanship
gets a
there.
2-try here, though. But it's not his fault. And I think this is the best outcome considering the situation.
Yeah, certainly.
I did
So
want to keep Ark's or baseball's time a secret just in case. I didn't want Ark to know like what he had to beat.
yeah, that's
in his
probably the
attempts.
right move. But as it is, we're gonna just hit the reset button. This will
Mhm.
be the real one.
Yep. And so far, looking pretty
So
good.
far, looking
Baseball.
pretty good from both players.
Yep. Baseball keeping up with his ghost. Ark not using ghost throughout this entire tournament. Something I meant to mention earlier. And oh man, baseball getting the sub opener. So quite a big lead actually from baseball here. I mean,
Oh
0.3.
no, a truck from
Oh, man.
Ark. Oh no, and that's gonna put him right into the side there.
Yep.
You know,
Making matters
that's a pretty
worse.
good recovery, but that's not good. He's gonna have to
Yeah,
race his heart
not
out
over
now.
yet, but so far baseball playing really clean.
Right up against
Kinda,
that ghost.
yeah.
Looking pretty good. Oh man. Baseball's just racing clean. He's on the home stretch here. All he's
Yeah,
gotta
actually
do
kind
is
of
just
wild.
finish up, and he's going to SNS. Ark's trying his best, but it just seems like to me too much of a lead.
Oh man,
Pulling
yeah.
a 1:19.2. There you go.
Much better time.
Much better time. And
And
that
there
will
you
do
have
it.
it. Baseball going to Smash and Splash, where the grand finals of the Mario Kart Double Dash League will be held. And I think we'll keep the. I think we'll keep or bring the players in for a post-match interview here soon. And man, that was kind of wild.
I was really excited to see what was going to happen in this third set. It definitely could have gone either way.
Yep. Hey guys,
Hey guys.
welcome. First off, congrats baseball for beating out Ark. It was definitely hard fought, and it looks like you'll be moving on to the top 4. So right now we got Goomba, Emo, Lothjohn, and now Baseball Kid in the top 4. How you feeling about getting into the top 4, baseball?
Oh, I knew it was going to be a struggle ever since like the 7th week of the time trial bracket round pool play.
Right.
I've been constantly looking at the rankings, trying to figure out who I was going to play. And no matter what situation played out, I was panicked.
Yeah, well, it was hard fought, and honestly, Ark seemed to be a really strong opponent for you. He definitely kept you on your back foot, so well played, Ark. Ark, how you feeling about your gameplay?
Well, to be honest, I'm pretty happy with how I played. The first round was really good on my end, and well, then the nerve started to mount, and I think it topped when I played Rainbow Road at 5-4. It was maybe not the brightest decision of my life, but
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it was either DDJ or Rainbow Road, right? So I don't know. That wasn't such a bad pick. But baseball, I actually wanted to ask you because I noticed a bit of like a strategy change with Yoshi and with Rainbow Road, and honestly with a couple tracks where you just played it a lot safer and it seemed to work out. Like Rainbow Road, you stopped going for that extra mid-air MT. Yoshi, you didn't go for YOLO. So I don't know. What was going through your mind with that? Were you just kind of worried about the points? I mean, they were very close at a lot of points during this match.
Yoshi's Circuit, I kind of phased out YOLO. Overall, I'm still on the fence on if I'll bring it back once I get to the top 4. For Rainbow Road, we hit the course the first time around, and my first thought at the start line was, should I go for this? That was a red flag right there. If I'm questioning a strat, it's out.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling. Like right when you start, it's like, you really just gotta feel it and go into it naturally. So I can definitely see that. And the stakes were pretty high, so it's definitely understandable. Last question, well, for me at least, is about DKM. Ark, you kept picking DKM and it kept working out despite it being a very good course from baseball. I mean, you kind of got what you were hoping for with the skips, but were you ever worried about, baseball ever taking a DKM win? Were you ever questioning your DKM picks, considering, I mean, baseball was saving time if he wasn't falling?
Well, basically, the way I was approaching the game is that my strat is actually quite safe, to be honest. I wasn't even doing the extra MT on the bridge. And I know that actually baseball is using very tough strat to master. And when you get it, you're going very fast, but you have a high chance of falling. I don't know. I suspect you were doing the ALS MT after the skip. So this is pretty tough. When you don't get the right alignment, you get to fall pretty easily. So that's why I keep picking DKM, and I like it as well.
Yeah, and honestly, even him just going like so much tighter on the like turn before the skip itself was saving so much time. But yeah, that's kind of where he ran into trouble. So good call, picking risky tracks against the higher seeded opponent. And that's all the questions for me, Razin. You got anything else?
Yeah, I did. I kind of have the same question for both players. It is unusual to have a match go to 3 sets. So what? I'll start with you, Ark. What was going through your mind when baseball was able to pull out that second set and make it 7-6, forcing you to set 3? What were your thoughts there going into that final set?
Well, we did go to 6-6 3 times, so I was thinking I was able to do that again. The only thing is that usually when I play baseball is coming back from work, so he's not very much warmed up, and I suspected he would warm up a lot more after the first set, second set obviously, and yeah, he got some very good time on the last. On the last set, so it was a tough one. I mean, the longer it lasted, the worse it gets, basically.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
same question to you, baseball, though with a slightly different spin. You got very unfortunate set 1, losing 7-1, and able to claw it back, especially with that dry desert map. You kind of got stuck, probably thought it was all over, and ended up taking the set back 7-6 on that. So what were you thinking going into the final round? Do you think you got away with one and you had new life, or were you like, I have this in the bag?
Going into the third round, I had just gotten a couple big wins. I brought back the second round from 2 to 4. So I had the momentum on my side and I was feeling good at that point.
Yeah, definitely. Those big wins on Yoshi's Circuit and Rainbow Road, the conservative play definitely worked for you well there. It's definitely a good choice. So, well done. It's kind of hard to come back when your opponent's at match point on a set, so good job.
Mm-hmm. And I think we'll be wrapping it up here. Be sure to keep an eye out for Smash and Splash. GSA will be at Smash and Splash hosting the MKDD Top 4 tournament. So I'm excited for that. That's coming up the weekend of May 31st. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. And if you guys have any final remarks, I think we're ready to close it out.
No, just congrats to baseball, and yeah, I hope he does goes well in the final four against everyone.
Thanks for the matches, Ark. I'm always a nervous wreck when I play you.
All right, well, I think that'll do it. So yeah, until next time, we're signing out. Thanks for joining us. Bye.